Sources of international law in commercial contracts. He is Pablo, a young Spanish businessman. Pablo needs new kind of textiles made in foreign countries in order to expand and diversify its production. A bigger product diversification will allow him to reach a greater profit. Pablo managed to locate 3 potential sellers: Esteban from Spain, Pierre from France, and Raj from India. Now, let's see what he have to do to close those deals. Dealing with Esteban will not cause any trouble. Both, in fact, are from Spain. So, it's pretty clear that the law that will regulate the agreement will be the Spanish law. But, what does he have to do with the other 2 sellers? Which law will regulate those deals? When it comes to dealing with Pierre, Pablo should remember that Spain and France are both member states of the European Union. So, the agreement between them can be regulated by European directives and regulations. Now, all Pablo needs are Indian textiles. Pablo and Raj can actually choose which national law will regulate this agreement. They may decide to apply the law of the buyer's home country, Spain. Or they may decide to apply the law of the seller's home country, India. They can even use the law of a third state, freely selected by the parties. This procedure accurately identifies the law that will regulate this agreement, excluding any doubts. But what if Pablo and Raj forgot to specify the national law? Between them, there is still a contract and then an agreement. Now, remains to understand to which legislation it should refer. In that case, we may have a general look to the sources of international law. We should see if the government of these states ratified a treaty or another international agreement. If the parties are not able to use a treaty, a judge, after a specific process, will pick the most suitable national law for the agreement. Recapping, for the contracts, the first source is the law that the parties picks. If the law has not been chosen by the parties, hypothetical international agreements, like treaties or international laws, will intervene. In case of regulatory gaps, we can only appeal to the constant point of reference of the international law. Customs and practices like, for example, the lex mercatoria.